Hello, welcome to Simulated Heaven. I thought I would show you guys my first impressions of rFactor 2. This server that I'm on now, I'm playing online. I'm playing the Skip Barber at Lime Rock Park. These were recently released for the game, so I feel that these are some of the most recent updated graphics, and I believe this represents the best that rFactor 2 can be right now. I have all the graphical settings set up to high. One thing I didn't realise, which I learned recently, is for you to increase the graphics in multiplayer, you need to go into single player and increase it there, and then those changes that you make to the graphic options in single player are then applied to multiplayer. That is something I didn't realise for a long time. Until recently, and so I have recently realised the graphics in this game are actually a lot better than I thought they were. With all the graphical options up as high as they will go, the game actually looks pretty good. I mean, when the game first came out, the graphics were good, but not that good. But you can understand the game has been in beta for about a year now, and it's being made by quite a small team, so you can't really expect that as soon as it comes out that it's going to be amazing, and this, I feel, sometimes is a problem when a game has a beta. There's always going to be people out there that are really looking forward to this game, and when it's in beta they expect it to right out of the gate be quite amazing, and there have been quite a lot of people that seem to be impatient with this game and how slow the development is. But for me, I don't find that a problem. I mean, I play lots of other games, other racing games, so I have lots of things that will keep me busy until this game is fully released. So yeah, they've improved the graphics. I would say the graphics are still not as good as in something like iRacing, for example. iRacing seems to have slightly more clarity in graphics, whereas the HDR graphics in this game have improved so much, but they're not quite there yet. But I have a lot of confidence that by the time this game is fully released, that the graphics will be quite good for a simulation racing game. I think they'll be up there by the time the game is actually released. Now, really, I would say the most important thing is the handling and the force feedback and the feeling of driving the cars. Obviously, in a racing game, that's the most important thing. I'm not really a graphics whore. Nice graphics are, of course, a bonus, but I would rather enjoy my experience of driving a car rather than have the most amazing graphics available. So this is the most important point. What is rFactor 2 like when it comes to handling and when it comes to the driving feel? Now, I think that rFactor 2 right now is already one of the best feeling racing games out there on the PC. The force feedback is amazing. I have a T500 RS, and I find that the force feedback quality is very good. I find that you feel the bumps, you feel the tyres, you have a really nice feeling as to what the car is doing, and you're able to improve your driving because of that and have a more immersive experience. So I do really like the force feedback and the feeling of driving in this game. The handling as well. The handling is really good, but also really fun. So I'm now going to go and show you another vehicle. I thought I would show you one of the first vehicles that came out for this, so I'm going to go and do Monte Carlo with the 60s racing cars. I choose an F3 car, by the way. Now, one problem right now, as you can see from, I thought I would show you, there is a system in this game which, when it is finished, it should be able to download and install mods that you don't have already automatically through the game. They haven't yet got this working. Right now, as you can see, it doesn't work, but when the game is released, I'm hoping that's out and completely bug free, and that will be a really good thing in this game, that it will download and install all of the mods that you don't have automatically, because that was kind of a problem in rFactor 1, that it was such a pain to find out all of the correct mods and tracks that you would require for you to race on certain servers or with certain leagues. So to do that automatically would be amazing. So I'm hoping they get that fixed and get it working for when the game is released. So yeah, going back to the handling, the handling in this game I find really fun, realistic but also fun. The tire model is great in that you can really feel, and it's kind of a combination of what I was talking about before. The force feedback and the tire model work together so well that you actually have a really good feeling as to what the tires are doing on the track. Even though they don't have laser scan tracks, the whole feeling altogether just feels really fun and really good. I was in the Skip Barber just then, and the iRacing Skip Barber, I really don't enjoy driving that car. They've improved it a lot with the new tyre model, but still, it breaks away from you unexpectedly. The handling is not very fun. It seems like a chore, because you feel like you have to baby the iRacing version of the car around. The rFactor 2 version, as you just saw, is really fun, and when the car starts to lose grip, you feel it and you can make an adjustment, and you feel like you can actually catch it and remain in control of the car. So that is something that is really great. The fun factor and the handling is really good, realistic but also fun. And that is definitely an area that iRacing could learn from. Now, this game is a very good racing simulation, but where it falls down right now is there's not a lot of people online. So I think when the game is fully released, you will see that there will be hopefully a lot more people online. But right now there's not that many people, so it can be hard to find a race with a full grid of players. And also the racing experience you get from this is basically you find a server, you go race on that server with other people, but there's no real meaning, there's no real licensing, there's no real progression in the game. If you want to do any league racing or anything like that, you need to actually organise that outside of the game. So that's obviously where this kind of game is slightly different from the iRacing kind of game, and that's, I mean, I said this in my iRacing review video, that's one of the things that keeps me going back to iRacing. Although it's inferior to some of these other games in some other things, it has a very good online racing community that's very well organised, that you can go and do a league race as soon as you log in without any hassle. This game is it's a little harder for you to do that. So, but the upside of that is it's a bit cheaper. You can get the basic version of this game for about $40 when the game is out. You will get a year of online play for about $80. You get unlimited online play for as long as the game is out. So it's a cheaper alternative to iRacing, and of course another advantage of this game is there's going to be a lot of mods for it. There have already been quite a lot of mods that have come out recently. A Lola car was released as a mod for this, and yeah, I think when the game is released, it's going to get a lot of support from the modding community. It's kind of debatable whether it's going to get as much as rFactor 1, but I'm sure that when rFactor 2 is released and people see how good it is, I'm sure the enthusiasm for modding for this game will start to come back, because right now it has kind of died a little bit. But yeah, so really I would say that if you are interested in a racing simulation game, and if you're on a bit of a budget, you can't afford iRacing, I would say that rFactor 2 is a really good option right now. It's looking like it's going to be a really good game. Obviously when the game is fully released, then I'll be able to do a full review of the game and actually tell you 100% the game is like right now. Some of the things I'm saying are based upon predictions, how I feel the game will go. But you know, it is looking very, very promising, and rFactor 2 is certainly seeming like it's going to be a player in the racing simulation world. They do have to be careful though, because the slow development, there are lots of games that are coming out like Assetto Corsa and things like that, and they look like they're going to be amazing as well. So I do feel like they need to try to get the game out as soon as they can, and you know, to as high a quality as they can, just purely because there are a lot of other kind of games that are coming out that will be competing with them. I just did that crash on purpose to show you what it's like when you crash in the game, but I didn't realise, I think this server has actually turned off the damage. It makes your car invulnerable. That's a server option that they have chosen, but you know, I thought I'd then show you some replay there. Yeah, so that was my quick first impressions of rFactor 2. I'm not a professional reviewer, so if there's anything I haven't really covered